Hi, I'm Peter J. Ray. Welcome. Today's topic is the 1990 Cleveland Indians MLB season. Again, the Indians were playing baseball at home at Cleveland Municipal Stadium. Very beloved ballpark. 3 years later would be their last year there, and 5 years later they'd be playing in the World Series. The Indians' record was 77 and 85 in 1990, 8 games under 500. Not great, but they finished in 4th place, only 11 games out of first. So the division leader wasn't that strong. New coach came to Cleveland that year, Rich Dower, who was Dower's from San Bernardino, California. As a player, he played second base and third base for the Orioles from 1976 to 1985. Had a fine career. Won a World Series in 1983 with the Orioles. In 2012, he was inducted to the Orioles Hall of Fame. He was a coach for the Tribe, Royals, Brewers, Rockies, and Astros. And he was the first base coach for the Astros last year when they won the World Series. And then at the parade, he suffered a subdural hematoma from a head injury and had emergency brain surgery. So that's too bad. You know, they're celebrating and then having something like that happen. Mike Hargrove was back again as a coach. Louis Isaac as well. You know, the guy with the nice mustache. A new coach was Jose Morales, who was from Frederiksted, St. Croix, in the U.S. Virgin Islands in the Caribbean. As a player, he was a designated hitter and a first baseman. Played for the A's, Expos, Twins, Orioles, and Dodgers between 73 and 84. In 1976, he set a MLB pinch hit record with 25 pinch hits in the year. Later, that record was broken. He coached the Orioles, Tribe, Giants, and Marlins. So Jose Morales was a new coach. Mark Wiley was back, pitching coach, very fine coach. Another new coach was Billy Williams, who was from Oakland, California. Now, this is not the famous Billy Williams who played for the Cubs. This Billy Williams was a right fielder, played for the Seattle Pilots in 1969, only 4 games. He was a minor league player for a long time, from 52 to 69, mostly in the Indians system. And he was a 37-year-old rookie in 1969, had 10 at-bats, had a walk, and had scored a run on a Tommy Davis single. For Cleveland, he was a Tribe minor league coach for 11 years and a coach on the Indians for 2 years in 1990 and 1991. The Indians had a new manager in 1990, John McNamara, who was from Sacramento, California, had a long career as a manager, managed the A's, Padres, Reds, Angels, Red Sox, and Tribe from 1969 to 1996, so that's 27 years. And he was the Red Sox manager in the 1986 World Series. He was a minor league catcher himself. Now, in that 86 World Series, Game 7, Oil Can Boyd was the scheduled starter, but McNamara decided to put in Bruce Hurst instead. And then Boyd got drunk and was unavailable to pitch in the game. Too bad. They lost that game. Now, the Red Sox lost the 86 World Series, and there was controversy about leaving. He left Bill Buckner in the game, who, eventually had the ball go through his legs. And anyway, John McNamara, it was 4 years since 86 World Series. I don't know if he ever got over that. That must have been pretty tough, because people blamed him for them losing the series. In the field, we had a new left fielder, Candy Maldonado, hit .273, 22 home runs, 95 RBIs in 155 games. He was a free agent pickup. Maldonado is from Humacao, Puerto Rico. He's an outfielder, played for the Dodgers, Giants, Tribe, Brewers, Blue Jays, Cubs, and Rangers between 1981 and 1995. Had a fine career. Won a World Series with the 92 Blue Jays. He had 146 career home runs. And in 1994, he scored the first Tribe run at Jacobs Field, so he came back. In the 1992 World Series in Game 3, he had a walk-off hit off Jeff Reardon, so he was a World Series hero. Game 6, he had a home run. He's currently, he worked as a general manager in the Dominican Republic for Gigantes del Cibao, and he's in the Caribbean and Puerto Rican Baseball Hall of Fame. Actually, in 1990, I was in the Philippines, and I was at a school at which I taught later, and I met one of the students was named Michelle Maldonado, and I asked her if she was related to him, and she said yes. So there's a connection between the Philippines and Puerto Rico, because both were Spanish colonies and American territories. Mitch Webster was our center fielder in 1990. He was a new guy. He hit .252 in 12 home runs, 55 RBIs, and 22 stolen bases. Webster was from Larned, Kansas. He was an outfielder for the Blue Jays, Expos, Cubs, Pirates, and Dodgers between 83 and 95. He was a switch hitter, very speedy, had a strong arm, and could play all three outfield positions. After his career, he was a Dodgers scout for 14 years and a Dodgers minor league manager. For his career, he hit .263, 70 home runs, 342 RBIs. His best year was 1986 with the Expos. He hit .290 with 36 stolen bases and led the National League with 13 triples. We picked him up in a trade from the Cubs for Dave Clark. Corey Snyder was in right field. He was continuing to struggle. He only hit .233, 14 home runs, 55 RBIs. Brooke Jacoby had a tremendous year playing third base. Hit .293, 14 home runs, 75 RBIs, played in 155 games, made the All-Star team, and won the Good Guy Award. Felix Fermin was at short, hit .256, 1 home run, 40 RBIs. Jerry Brown was at second, hit .267, 6 home runs, 50 RBIs, and 12 stolen bases. Keith Hernandez played first for Cleveland, 1990. He only hit .200 with in 43 games. Had a tough year. He was a free agent pickup. Hernandez was from San Francisco, California. Played for the Cardinals, Mets, and Tribe between 1974 and 1990. Won a World Series with the Cardinals in '82 and with the Mets in '86. He was an 11-time Gold Glove winner. Set a record. For his career, he hit .296, very high average, 162 home runs, a 5-time All-Star. He's been the Mets TV announcer from 2006 to the present. He's Spanish ancestry, not Mexican, as some people believe. And Hernandez has a passion for the American Civil War, which was mentioned in a Seinfeld episode. In 1979, he was the co-MVP with Willie Stargell, hit .344, 48 doubles, and scored 116 runs. He was involved in a controversy because he used cocaine while playing for the Cardinals. In 2012, his familiar mustache was shaved off to raise money for charity. He appeared in the final Seinfeld episode, and he didn't wear eye black. He said that his mustache reduced glare from the sun sufficiently. So anyway, that was the end of his career because Keith Hernandez got hurt and he retired after the year. New catcher we had in 1990 was Sandy Alomar Jr., beginning of his career in Cleveland. He hit .290 with 9 home runs, 66 RBIs, made the All-Star team, and was the American League Rookie of the Year. Really something. We picked him up in the trade we sent Joe Carter to the Padres for Sandy Alomar, Carlos Baerga, and Chris James. Sandy Alomar Jr. was from Salinas, Puerto Rico. He's a tremendous catcher. Played for the Padres, Tribe, White Sox, Rockies, Rangers, Dodgers, and Mets between 1988 and 2007. Had 112 career home runs, 6-time All-Star. His father, Sandy Alomar Sr., and his brother, Roberto Alomar, both played in the MLB. He was as I said, the 1990 American League Rookie of the Year and won a Gold Glove as well. In the 1997 All-Star Game, he was the MVP, and it was played at Jacobs Field. He had a 30-game hitting streak that year. He was a Mets coach in 2008, 2009, and a Tribe coach since 2010 up to the present. And in 2012, he managed the Indians for the last 6 games of the season and had a 3-3 record. Made 2 World Series, 1995 and 1997. So, the beginning of the tremendous Sandy Alomar era in Cleveland, which continues to this day. Chris James was the DH. He hit .299, 12 home runs, 70 RBIs. And we picked him up from the Padres in the Joe Carter trade. Chris James. Carlos Baerga had his first year in Cleveland, hit .260, 7 home runs, 47 RBIs, 108 games. We also got him in the Joe Carter deal with the Padres. Baerga had an incredible career. He was from Santurce, Puerto Rico, and second baseman, had 134 career home runs and a career average of .291. Very good. Played for the Tribe, the Mets, Padres, and in Korea, as well as the Red Sox, Diamondbacks, and Nationals between 1990 and 2005. He was the first second baseman since Rogers Hornsby in 1922 to have back-to-back 200 hits, 20 home runs, 100 RBIs, and a 300 average. He did that in 1992 and 93. He was an All-Star in 92, 93, and 94. And in 93, he hit 2 home runs in the same inning from each side of the plate, left-hand and right-handed. In 2001, he bought the Santurce Crabbers in Puerto Rico and was the player manager. It was a childhood dream. He's worked as a Monday night baseball announcer for ESPN in Spanish, and he's currently a manager of the Indios de Mayaguez in Puerto Rico. Carlos Baerga, very beloved player, beginning of his era in Cleveland. Deion James was a bench player, hit .274, 1 home run, 22 RBIs, 5 stolen bases in 87 games. Tom Brookins also came off the bench, new guy, hit .266, 1 home run, 20 RBIs in 64 games. He was a free agent pickup. Brookins was from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, third baseman for the Tigers, Yankees, and Tribe between '79 and 1990. Won a World Series with the '84 Tigers. He also worked as a Tigers minor league manager and a coach on the Tigers from 2009 to 2013. Alex Cole was a new guy, hit .300, 0 home runs, 13 RBIs, 40 stolen bases in 63 games. And we picked him up in a trade with the Padres. Alex Cole, yeah, he had speed. He was from Fayetteville, North Carolina, center fielder. Played for the Tribe, Pirates, Rockies, Twins, and Red Sox. And in 1998 in the Mexican League. And in 1990, he was 4th in the American League with 40 stolen bases, so he could run. Stan Jefferson was another new player, hit .276, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs, 8 stolen bases in 49 games. Jefferson was from New York City, a center fielder, played for the Mets, Padres, Yankees, Orioles, Tribe, and Reds. In 1997, he joined the New York Police Department, and he was on duty on September 11th, 2001, during the terrorist attacks on the World Trade Center. Worked at Ground Zero after the collapse of the World Trade Center. He had health trouble after that from all the inhalation of the smoke, and he had to retire in 2004. He's currently 55 years old. God bless Stan Jefferson. Joel Skinner was a spare catcher, hit .252, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs in 49 games. Another new player was Jeff Manto, who hit .224, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs in 30 games. We picked him up in a trade with the Angels for Scott Bales. Manto was from Bristol, Pennsylvania, an infielder and an outfielder, played for the Tribe, Phillies, Orioles, Giants, Red Sox, and Mariners, Tigers, Yankees, and Rockies. Wow, a lot of teams from 1990 to 2000. And they called him he was considered a journeyman player. His nickname was Mickey Manto. He was the 1994 International League MVP, and he played for the Norfolk Tides and the Rochester Red Wings in the minor leagues. From 1997 to 2000, with the Buffalo Bisons, he hit 79 home runs, and his number 30 was retired by the team. He was a Pirates coach from 2006-2007, White Sox coach in 2011 to 2013, and he's currently a minor league hitting coordinator for the Orioles, Jeff Manto. Ken Phelps was another new guy we picked up. He only hit .115, 1 stolen base in 24 games. Phelps was from Seattle, Washington, a DH first baseman, played for the Royals, Expos, Mariners, Yankees, A's, and Tribe. This was the end of his career. Between 1980 and 1990, he had 123 career home runs. won a World Series with the '89 A's. His last home run was on April 20th, 1990 for the A's, and in the bottom of the ninth, there was a perfect game was being thrown by Brian Holman of the Mariners. On the first pitch, Phelps hit a home run. Spoiled that perfect game. Later, he worked as a Diamondbacks TV announcer. Jeff Phelps. Turner Ward was another new player. He hit .348. Very, very good. 1 home run, 10 RBIs, 3 stolen bases in 14 games. Ward was from Orlando, Florida, an outfielder for the Tribe, Blue Jays, Brewers, Pirates, Diamondbacks, and Phillies between 1990 and 2001. He won 2 World Series with the Blue Jays in '92 and '93, worked as a minor league manager for the Diamondbacks, and he's currently a coach for the Dodgers. Turner Ward. Albert Bell hit .174, 1 home run, 3 RBIs in 9 games. Most of the year, Bell was in rehab for alcoholism. That was something he needed to do before he could continue with his career, which was really tremendous. So he didn't play much that year because he was in rehab. Mark McNamara was a new player, hit .167 in 8 games. We picked him up in a trade with the Angels. McNamara was from San Diego, California, a second baseman and an outfielder. Played for the Angels, Tribe, Astros, Orioles, Rangers, Mariners, and A's between '86 and 2004. In 2001 with the Mariners, he played left field, third base, shortstop, second base, center field, DH, and right field. Did not have a regular position, but he had a very good year. He hit .286 with 39 stolen bases and played a major role in the year when the Mariners won 116 games. Currently a Rangers TV announcer, Mark McNamara. Rafael Santana was another new guy, hit .231, 1 home run, 3 RBIs in 7 games. Santana was from La Romana, Dominican Republic. He was a shortstop for the Cardinals, Mets, Yankees, and Tribe between '83 and '90, so this was the end of his career. He won a World Series with the '86 Mets. He was a starting shortstop. He managed in the Dominican Republic. He was a minor league coach for the Royals, and he's currently the White Sox scouting and development supervisor in the Dominican Republic. So he's done very well. Bo Allred was back, hit .188, 1 home run, 2 RBIs in 4 games. Steve Springer was a new guy, hit .167, 0 home runs, 1 RBI in 4 games. Springer was from Long Beach, California, a third baseman pinch hitter for the Tribe and Mets between '90 and '92. He was a minor league player for 14 years and hit 128 home runs in the minors. After his retirement, he was a player agent, Blue Jays scout, and a performance coach, helping batters with their mental approach to hitting. Very good, Steve Springer. Now in the pitching rotation, Greg Swindell went 12-9, 34 games started, 3 complete games, and a 4.40 ERA. He had a good year. Tom Candiotti had a very good year. He went 15-11 with a 3.65 ERA, 29 starts, 3 complete games, and a shutout. Bud Black was 11-10 with a 3.53 ERA, 29 starts, 5 complete games, and 2 shutouts. John Farrell had a tough year. He must have been injured. He was 4-5 with a 4.28 ERA, 17 starts, and 1 complete game. A new pitcher was Sergio Valdez, who was 6-6 with a 4.75 ERA and 13 starts. Valdez was from Elias Pina province in the Dominican Republic. Played for the Expos, Braves, Tribe, Red Sox, and Giants between '86 and '95. For his career, he went 12-20 with a 5.06 ERA and 190 strikeouts. Sergio Valdez. Mike Walker was also a starter. He was 2-6 with a 4.88 ERA and 11 starts. Charlie Nagy had his first year with the Indians, went 2-4 with a 5.91 ERA and 8 starts. Nagy had a tremendous career for the Indians. He was from Bridgeport, Connecticut, played for the Tribe and Padres between 1990 and 2003, won 129 games, and he had 1,242 strikeouts. He was a Diamondbacks coach between 2011 and 2013, and he's currently an Angels coach since 2016. Nagy was of Hungarian ancestry. Between 1995 and 1999, he won at least 15 games. In the 1997 World Series, he was on the mound when the game ended, when in Game 7, when Edgar Renteria hit the World Series winning hit that scored Craig Counsell. Charlie Nagy had a tremendous career for Cleveland. Jeff Shaw was another new guy. He went 3-4, 6.66 ERA, pretty high, 9 starts. Shaw was from Washington Courthouse, Ohio. This was the beginning of his career. He played for the Tribe, Expos, White Sox, Reds, and Dodgers between 1990 and 2001. His son Travis Shaw is currently a Brewers first baseman and third baseman. Shaw was an All-Star in 1998 and 2001, and in 1997 he won the Rolaids Relief Man Award. So he's a guy who got away, Jeff Shaw. Kevin Bierce was another new guy, went 0-2 with a 12.91 ERA. That's very high, and started 3 games. Bierce was from Jersey City, New Jersey. He's currently a PE teacher for Marlboro Memorial Middle School. Kevin Bierce. Al Nipper was 2-3. Another new guy, 6.75 ERA, 9 games, 5 starts. He was a free agent pickup. Nipper was from San Diego, California, played for the Red Sox, Cubs, and Tribe between 1983 and 1990, so this was the end of his career. And he played an important role in the 1986 Red Sox. He was in their rotation. I know he started games in the World Series. He was a minor league coach and scout. He was a coach for the Red Sox and Royals, and since 2014 he's been a minor league coach for the Tigers. So it's fun having Al Nipper in Cleveland, a tremendous player for the Red Sox. Rod Nichols was 0-3 with a 7.88 ERA, 4 games, 2 starts. Now in the bullpen, Doug Jones was our top reliever, was 5-5, another very good year, 2.56 ERA. That's very low. 66 games, 43 saves. He was an All-Star, was the Indians' Man of the Year, and won the Gordon Cobbledick Golden Tomahawk Award. Fine year for Doug Jones. Jesse Orosco also had a good year, was 5-4, 3.90 ERA, 55 games, and 2 saves. Steve Olin was 4-4, 3.41 ERA in 50 games and 1 save. So we had some really good bullpen pitchers. Cecilio Guante was a new guy, was 2-3, 5.01 ERA in 21 games. Guante was from Villa Maya, Dominican Republic, played for the Pirates, Yankees, Rangers, and Tribe between 1982 and 1990. So this was the end of his career. Rudy Sinez was 2-1 with a 5.60 ERA in 24 games. Mike Walker was 2-6 with a 4.88 ERA in 18 games. Colby Ward was a new guy, went 1-3, 4.25 ERA, 22 games, and a save. Ward was from Lansing, Michigan, and his only year in baseball in MLB was 1990 with the Tribe. He played college baseball at Brigham Young, and he set a record for the college with the best won-loss record of 31-10, and the most pitching decisions for Brigham Young. Kevin Wickander was 0-1 with a 3.65 ERA in 10 games. Jeff Kaiser was 0-0 with a 3.55 ERA in 5 games. Another new pitcher was Efrain Valdez, who was 1-1 with a 3.04 ERA in 13 games. Efrain Valdez was from Nizhao, Dominican Republic, played for the Tribe, Diamondbacks, and in Korea between 1990 and 2001. He also played overseas in Dominican Republic, Mexico, Taiwan, and Korea in a 20-year career. And his cousin Sergio Valdez was a teammate on the Indians in 1990. And finally, Mauro Gazzo was 0-0 with a 0.00 ERA in 2 games. We picked him up in the trade that sent Bud Black to the Blue Jays. Gazzo was from New Britain, Connecticut, played for the Blue Jays, Tribe, Twins, and Mets between 89 and 94. For his career, he was 7-7 with a 5.30 ERA, 55 strikeouts. He's currently a minor league pitching coach for the New Britain Bees in the Atlantic League Professional Baseball Association. So the 1990 Tribe. Now, the interesting thing is we had Mike Hargrove, Sandy Alomar Jr., Carlos Baerga, Albert Bell, and Charlie Nagy. So some of the very important guys for the 1995 2001 glory years at Jacobs Field, which were coming. And during those years, we were in first place 6 times in 7 years and made it to 2 World Series. So things were happening. The future was coming. God bless all those guys who played for the Tribe in 1990 and everyone else associated with that team, including the fans, captains of the Cuyahoga, lovers of Lake Erie, Terminal Tower Power, Tribe Rules, Cleveland City of Champions. It's been 70 years since 1948. This is our year. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Take care, and I'll see you next time.